5-point game here in Houston. Garrett Jones and Van Chancellor back with you. And that man, Lynn Kennedy, the head coach at McNeese, told us before the game, we've had just about every single injury that we could have had this season. And Coach Chancellor, I think if you would have told them they'd be down by 5 here in the early second quarter, they certainly would have taken it.
Yeah, when you're on the road, you're just trying to keep it down to 5 or 6, get a shot in the fourth quarter, make a great play and win. And that's what's happened to HCU and their 2 one-point losses here.
McNeese also having trouble taking care of the basketball, as you see on your screen. Bad miss inside as well. Here come the Huskies. Julia Vojakovic. Enya McGuire. Into the birthday girl. Abby Sutherland.
See, that you got to reverse the ball, get it to the low block, let Sutherland operate. She's got more confidence in that shot now.
Huskies with an 11-0 run. Could continue here. D. Collins with the board. And coach think it's safe to say HCU has settled into this game.
You got to look away.
All right on cue. A steal for Stubblefield.
You looked away, but you got to make a better pass.
Sutherland denial. HCU basketball.
Right now, HCU's done a great job of blocking shots and tightening up their defense. They've done a nice job here in the first 4 minutes of this quarter. And Sutherland, see, you could block it with the wrong hand, and it's a foul. They do a nice job. If it needs the right hand, they use it. If they need the left hand to block it, they use it.
And coach, you know, if you're Coach Finney on that sideline for HCU, this is the point in the game where you want to put your foot on the gas and pull away.
Yes.
They desperately need this win, trying to secure 7th place in the league, get a little more cushion toward that Southland Conference berth. 2 consecutive steals for McNeese.
2 turnovers when you need possessions. When you got a lead, you got to make them count.
Chamberlain, Gill. What great defense there by Enya McGuire. Hustle over Heights. The smallest player on the floor takes it away. Ollie can't hit. And then a throwaway as Desiree Hanson tried to find Christina Gill.
I would think Coach Lynn Kenny might be ready to scratch, pull out some hairs out of his head, because that's the 3rd turnover that's uncalled for. But Ollie's got 2 shots. She's got to make them. You run the break good, you got to finish.
Now maybe that head of hair for Lynn Kennedy was brown at the start of this season, huh? Turn some hairs gray. McGuire hits.
McGuire comes into the game, and that's her 8th point.
What a great addition into the lineup today. Kennedy Wilson got the start, but hasn't played since Enya hit the floor. Tanks. Boy, they needed that.
Yeah, great body. Stubblefield did a nice job penetrating and dishing.
Vojakovic up ahead. Jules keeps it alive, and then Chamberlain takes it away. Foul on HCU. Vojakovic on the bump. That'll be her first. HCU's first of the second. Coach, a nice flow and pace to this game. The officials had let the 2 teams play here this afternoon.
Yeah, the game is not being run by how many fouls is called, the plays they needed to make. Coach Finney's got to be happy, but she's had 3 out of her last 4 possessions in turnovers. You get that chop, get an opportunity, you got to make it.
Yespis throws it away. Enya McGuire zooming ahead. What a chip pass down to D. Collins.
What a great pass from McGuire to Collins. Collins runs the floor.
That looked like a Coach Chancellor wedge shot from around the green.
Oh, I wish I had that.
Travel there on McNeese.
That's your 11th turnover. You had in 12 minutes of play. Coach Kennedy right now, he's thinking, what we're going to have to do. We're not going to set a record that we had against Corpus Christi, and that's 32 of them.
You ever have 32 turnovers in a game?
No, if I had nobody would be wanting to go in the locker room with me at halftime. They'd all been hiding.
You would have made the team walk home.
I might have. I got so mad at them one night at the old Memphis State Fieldhouse, I wanted to make everybody walk.
You can make that walk. Memphis to Oxford, right? Desiree Hanson grabs the miss. Coach, of course, an incredible career over at Ole Miss.
They had incredible players. Let's remember that, too.
Stubblefield. Fulkowska denied by the backboard and denied by Sutherland. A very late whistle there on HCU.
Yeah, I thought that is a pretty good block right there, but let's see what we're shooting here. It says 38%. I can't believe that. Sutherland didn't think she fouled. She thought it was a great block. Pretty close call.
Alicia Fulkowska out of Poland, one of 10 international players in this game here today. Tied for the tallest player in McNeese program history, along with Mary Dubois, who is also 6'5", played on the 1984 team.
How did you, ladies and gentlemen, my man just digs up information like you ain't gonna believe. 1984. This boy can't have a job because he's studying this game all the time.
Yeah, that's the reason. Enya McGuire. Give the McNeese sports information staff and pay him a lot of credit on that one. Great SIDs in this league. Whistle along the sideline.
Number one for them, Stubblefield. She didn't like the call, so she sat down in her teammate's lap over there on the bench because she wasn't too happy with that call.
Christina Gill.
I don't think the coach was too happy with her reaction, so soon as she reacted like she did, he got her out of the game.
A relatively new coaching staff here at McNeese.
Yeah. Steve Yang, that coaches with them, was a good friend of mine.
Carly Meister, Kiana Brown, also on that staff. Abby Sutherland loves playing McNeese. 19 against them in January. She hits a 3 here against them in February.
We talk about lately about college players, but I don't think there's any doubt she has played some great Sutherland has been outstanding.
Maria Yespis, bucket, big time answer for McNeese.
McNeese needed that shot.
Enya McGuire. Got it. The Mad Bomber.
From over here right in front of me. That was the long way out. Great rotation on the ball. Nothing but net.
Maybe all the way from Belfast. Fulkowska second guessing. Christina Gill with the lay-in.
Defensively, HCU's going, when the ball goes into the block, you got to watch the cutter.
Sutherland. McGuire's basically being guarded from the half-court line. D. Collins. Marilyn Nzoiwu. Wow, what a move.
Great play by Nzoiwu, getting it, penetrating. Right now, the zone is guarding the perimeter shooters, and that's giving her the opportunity.
Defense leading to offense for HCU. Here's D. Collins. McNeese draws the charge.
I think that I saw that coming from the center line. You watch it. She's setting up defensively. She's got to be outside of the restricted circle. She is.
That's a great play by Stephanie Guion, too, in a terrible spot. One-on-one with perhaps the Southland Conference Player of the Year. Guion just gets her feet set, sacrifices body for ball. And, Coach, if you're Lynn Kennedy on that sideline, you know, you're struggling to finish the season with healthy bodies. That's the type of thing that you want to see from your players, that kind of effort.
Yes, no doubt about it.
Final minute here from Houston of this first half. Christina Gill. Fulkowska foul.
Fulkowska, when you get penetration, maybe you don't need to help off as much, but you got to be ready to block out. She's shooting less than 50%.
Abby Sutherland just picked up her second, so it'll be Liz Matati here for the final 50 seconds of this first half.
Good sub right there by Coach Finney. Get her out of the game. Don't let her pick up a third foul with a minute to play. Then when you get the ball on offense, run a little clock, and you don't have but 1 or 2 possessions. You got to remember this. HCU had a 9-point lead at McNeese and then got beat. You got an opportunity here. You got to put them away.
Volkowska makes it a 9-point game. Final 45 seconds and change in what's been a fun first half. McNeese doing a great job keeping it close. Still just a single-digit deficit. Liz Matati travels. And, Coach, we haven't seen her a lot on the floor in Southland Conference play. It's hard to come into a game like this with high stakes. Nice and cold off the bench. Matati, the redshirt sophomore. Volkowska is out. Divine Tanks is in. If you're McNeese, what's the message here before halftime?
I might want to reduce the game down, run the clock down. Even though you're down 9, you don't want to give HCU, and that's what they're doing. You don't want to give HCU 2 possessions right here at the end.
Stephanie Guion. Right into the avalanche of bodies. And McNeese gets another foul drawn on HCU. Liz Matati on the personal. And McNeese will go to the line. 22.8 left before the end of the first half. And Coach, hate to bump you again, we're going to have another halftime interview. Jessica Rabius, the senior star of HCU track and field ahead of the indoor championships this weekend. We'll hear from her.
We want to put a student athlete over a has-been retired coach.
Don't sell yourself short.
No, I mean, that's just the cold-hearted facts. Now, if you're HCU, you got 3 subs in the game. You want to take the last shot. Make sure you take the last shot. Make sure you block out. Run the clock.
1 out of 2 at the line. Enya McGuire with the board. Huskies trying to make it a double-digit lead.
Take it down to about 7. Then make sure you don't get an offensive foul on the screen.
The Mad Bomber with the basketball. Ollie swatted away. McNeese controls, and that will end the first half. All things considered, the Cowgirls showing a ton of fight here at Sharp Gym.
Yeah,
HCU.
they did. Nice job of coming back right here at the end of the half.
8-point lead for HCU. Stick with us. We'll hear from Jessica Rabius momentarily. 8-point game at the break.